Hello. How's everybody? I think the music's kind of low. Hold on. Let me increase the sound. I'm a little worried the music's echoing because I'm not wearing headphones, but I think this is okay. Hello, Greg. How's it going? Hello, Coco. Coco sounds delicious right now, actually. I wish for Coco. Hold on, let me turn down the volume a bit and turn it up in Discord. Okay, I think that should be good. Let me know if that's a little too quiet. Welcome everybody. Let me get rid of this grid here. It's gonna be a sleepy art stream. I'm gonna be working on some Legend of Legaia merch. And I think to start out, I want to start off with some I should put up a reference picture so people know what I'm talking about or what I'm working on. I want to make design some little acrylic keychains that are that can be linked together, that references the battle system in Legend of Legaia. So I think that would be fun to have. I would hang one on my bag. And currently, I'm looking for a screenshot off of Google Images that I can save to desktop that isn't a freaking WebP image. Please. Alright, here we go. The music's a little tad louder. Okay, I'll turn it down a bit. How's that? Hopefully that's a little... Turned it down a bit. Okay. Can I put this picture up? Yeah, okay. There we go. Here's my reference picture. My reference picture is here now. Okay. So yeah, hope everyone's doing good. So one thing that's important about these keychain things is that they have to be symmetrical. So I'm gonna start off with some. I'm starting off with a symmetry ruler. So hopefully that'll keep me. Yeah, look at that. So hopefully that'll make this a lot easier. I don't know how big I should make this. I'm kind of wondering, like, I wish I could change my rulers to read in centimeters, because I would like to see how big I'm actually making this thing. Is there a setting for rulers? Does not seem like it. Well, that's okay. Oh wait, my symmetry died. Okay, but I think it would be fun if the keychains looked hand drawn. I went back and forth between, like, should the keychains be hand drawn or should they be like pixel art like my other keychains? And then I'm thinking on this bottom layer I should draw like the acrylic cutout. It should be like this. What would you do if one of your nephews had a YouTube account and commented JoJo Story farts on all your videos? I probably wouldn't do anything. I think that's hilarious. I guess I have to make a circle like this so they can all link, right? And actually, what I should do to make sure the angles of these are all consistent, whoa, is I should copy paste this. Would you heart them or would you ignore them? That's a good question. I feel bad ignoring them, I think. I think I would... I don't know. Would I ignore them? I guess it depends on whether or not I think my nephew is trying to get a rise out of me or not. If he's doing it like in good fun, I would probably heart them, but if he's doing it to try to be mean, then I would not heart them. I would pretend I did not see them. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at this beautiful arrow. Okay. I feel like I made these really big. But I guess it's always easier to go small than it is to go big. How could you know? I don't know. I would ask him. I'd be like, hey. I guess it wouldn't be ignoring if I asked him about it. I guess the first time it happened, I'd ask him, like, hey, I saw that. And then, like, gauge his reaction. Is he just being, like, a little stinker? Or is he being a stinker? I would ask. Yeah, and then if I imagine the like acrylic cutout here, it'd be like this, I think. I think this would look, would this be look a little too spaced apart, I wonder? And then you would have the like, you would have the rings here. Look at this. And it would sort of dangle like this. Alternatively, you asked him and he ignores you? Oh, well then I would ignore him, probably. Alternatively, the holes are like here or here. And then it would be closer together. Would that be better? I don't know. It would look tighter, but I don't know if it would look weird. Honestly though, I don't know what to do when a child ignores me. Like for the very same reason that if I have an awkward conversation with another adult, I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I freak out. And children, that happens with children as well. Well, I'll be like, you know, like, oh, hey, how's it going? Or whatever. And then they'll just be like, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I'll leave you alone. Or they're just like, you're stupid. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what to do about you. I don't know what to say to that. You commented on all your videos. Speed paints from 10 years ago? I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, I guess. It doesn't really bother me. If I had to, I would probably just block him from my videos if he's being like real mean about it or something. But honestly, I don't know. But would I know it's him in this scenario, this hypothetical scenario, or would I just like think it's him? Because like if somebody random was just like JoJo Story farts on all of my YouTube videos, I'd be like, oh, what a weird spammer, and then I would delete them and block them, right? Or do I know it's him? Does he tell me that it's him? I feel like because I feel like otherwise I would just assume that it's like his full name. Well, if he's not, well, then I would be like, you have to, I don't really mind the JoJo Story farts comments, but you have to not use your full name on the internet. That's like basic. Someday you're gonna be a very successful content creator, and then somebody's gonna find out that you wrote JoJo Story farts on all of my videos, and it's linked to your full name, and they're gonna write like a 10-page Google Doc about your bad behavior from before. So if you're gonna do it, don't connect it to your full name. This is my wisdom to you as somebody, as your internet like chronically online elder. This is my advice. What color is this? Kind of like a gold brown. This? Oh man. I don't know how to draw, you guys. Every time I start a new drawing, I'm just like, oh my god, what have I done? What have I done to myself? Greg, are you planning to do this and then blame it on my nephew? You're gonna be like, your account was your full name for years? Yeah, my main YouTube account was my full name for a while. Actually, well, not my middle name, but I changed that a little while ago because I never used to comment or anything. So it's not like anybody was gonna see my name anywhere, but like, when I got into VTubers and I was like, I want to chat in the chat. And then I was like, oh, my name's gonna show up. Yeah, same. But then once I started engaging, I was like, I should rename my thing. Hi, Wizmander. Hey, Greg, got your message. Wasn't sure if you wanted JoJo Story Farts or JoJo Story Farts. Could you clarify most of these? Oh, God. They're in cahoots. They're in cahoots. Hey, Wizmander, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. That sounds like you've been having a busy weekend. Posting all these messages on my not very large corpus of videos. Actually, I do have a lot of videos, don't I? I mean, it's not like I edit them, but I have been streaming for a while with a lot of VODs, I suppose. I wouldn't bother doing such a frustrating but easily disproven labor. Also, I don't know his name. Yes, because I am careful about stranger danger. And then in the future, when my nephew is like, Auntie Joy, why don't you ever say our names on stream? I'll be like, because there are people like Greg out there who will impersonate you and pretend to be a meanie and write JoJo Story Farts on all my videos. That's why we don't disclose personal details on the internet. You have to be careful of people like Greg. Blaming a misdeed on a kid would be too far even for me. Well, good to know you got some standards. There are people like me. But not me. Oh, okay. There are people like you, but not you. Okay. Okay, I think this is the correct color. Is this too purple? Maybe a little more on the blue side. Yeah. This looks about right. Just to be clear. Okay. Understood. You guys, I don't know how to draw. Why am I doing this? Why do I make merch? I don't know how to draw. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Do I use my... Oh god. Gotta lock those layers. Okay. Actually, what I should be doing is using gradient. This? No, this? Yeah. I'm not sure I like this brown color. That's what it looks like in the UI, but... should I make it a more like saturated orangey? Just for... that works. How was everyone's weekend? Every good idea started with what's wrong with me. You know, I truly believe, like, the reason people get good at things is because they don't know how hard something is, and they just, like, decide to do it anyway. Like, I feel like a lot of the things that I got good at, that I decided to practice, was because I did not know that it would be hard. But I did it anyway, because I was like, I don't know, I just want to, like, do a thing. And so, like... And then by the time you're like, oh, this is actually hard, you're like, you've already started, and you're, like, deep in it, so you're like, well, guess we're doing this. And I kind of think that's where, you know, like, you talk to a lot of, like, famous, or, I mean, you don't, I mean, not talk to them, but you listen to, like, interviews and stuff by, like, famous people, and they're like, I don't know, I just kind of like fell into it and suddenly I was here and like I think that's exactly why. So like it's like I don't know, so I kind of try to do that in my life where it's like just try stuff and don't think too hard about like, oh my god, can I actually do it? Because like I mean the answer might be no, but like so what? You know? So what? This kind of like modeled like texture. I don't really know how to like replicate this. This is kind of like a hammered metal look. This has a much deeper color here. There. The developers of Cuphead said that if they had known how much time and effort it would take to make the game, they wouldn't have made it. Yeah, see, exactly. And like, you don't really find out until you do it, you know? Like, you can kind of guess ahead of time, like, oh gosh, that looks hard. I guess I won't do it. But like, you don't actually ever know. It may be easier than you think, and it may be harder than you think. But like, so like, either way, you might as well try. Pretty much every worthwhile project I've done, if I'd known what it was going to take beforehand, I wouldn't have started. Yeah, exactly. So the key to living happily is to just not think too much. Plan, yes. Like, plan what you need to do to survive, but you don't need a plan to engage in enjoyable things, you know? Like, the only thing you need to ask yourself is this like, what kind of person do I want to be? And then how you get there, you just do it, you know? Just do it. As Shia LaBeouf said. Our Lord and Savior, Shia LaBeouf. I'll put don't think too much on my to-do list. Yeah. Do it. Don't think too much. Okay, does this look like the thing? I think if you zoom out, it looks kind of like it. There's like a little bit of texture to it. I could throw an actual texture on there. You're so right, Coco. Thank you. Today I'm Coco. You guys, I got a new Tamagotchi. Can you hear it? Wait, let me beep it. Can you hear it? I got the Hololive Tamagotchi. Oh, they're sad. Here, let me give you some snacks. Okay. It's a color Tamagotchi, which does not sound that fancy because there are already color Tamagotchis, but it is the you're shocked. Hey Bauer. Oh god, the Wigglytuff emote is back. It's one of the nanos, the like really tiny ones, that are I think a little bit more popular nowadays because they're so easy to take care of, and I assume they are easy to make and sell. But you know, if you've seen like the like there's a Spy Family one, there was an Eevee one a couple years ago. There's what else was there? There was a bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen ones. But they recently came out with Hololive ones. And Hololive, along with Detective Conan, I believe, are the first nanos to have color screens. Because all the nanos up till now have had the black and white screens, and they're very like low resolution, you know, for the nostalgia factor. But the new color ones have these like really crisp, like high resolution color screens, and it's like really beautiful to look at. So I've been enjoying it, and the fun thing is too, because my husband is also into Hololive, he also got one. The one that we got is for the third generation of Hololive members, and they have a oh look, a random screw. Where did I get that? They have a design for the whole group, and then they have one design for each girl. And my husband got the Usada Pecora one because that's his favorite, and I got the one for all of the girls. And so we have begun a challenge. We started ours at the same time, and I told him whoever dies first loses. So there are high stakes. Hey Betty, how's it going? How was your repo game the other day? Did it go well? Oh, I'm just realizing that. Uh-oh, how do I do this? Okay, what I am realizing, take a look at this chat. Do you see how there's like shading on, there's like a shading on the arrow part of the blue thing? At the very beginning, but the subsequent ones don't have shadings on the arrow parts. So I'm like, do I have to make two different kinds for accuracy? Maybe I shouldn't bother. I don't know. Betty, can you please call it something other than team? If you say team, I can't use my very funny joke. What? What joke? You're always the first to die. You ran away first and left your friends in the room with the monster that kills you randomly. It's punishing you for being a coward. It's like in horror movies, it's like the person who tries to save themselves gets punished by the monster that has some kind of moral compass, I guess. I'm not a gamer. Oh, I see. Wizmander, you weren't able to say I'm not a teammate. That would make less sense, I suppose. And see, now she has to say hi to me specifically, and everybody thinks I'm very funny and clever. Oh, okay. Where did you learn this? Did you see this in a chat somewhere, and then you learned bad things? Who's teaching Wizmander these things? Huh? Where did you learn that? Did you learn that at school, Wizmander? There's an invisible monster that I realize makes the same noise I do when I chase my dog around the house. What noise is that? Is there a specific noise that people make when they chase their pets around the house? I don't make a noise when I chase my cat around the house. I just like shuffle after him silently. Hey McNoodle Arms, how's it going? I need to put some texture on this. How do I... Bumper stickers! Someday McNoodle Arms. Someday we will have your bumper stickers. I have to think about like what JoJo Story brand bumper stickers should be like. But thank you for the well wishes. I hope you're having a great weekend. Good to see you. Wait, what? Betty, what kind of noise do you make around the house when you chase your dog? It's like a weird panting breathing that makes you sound like, oh, like, Like that? Like that? You're like, like this? Is that exactly it? I do that all the time for, at home. When, like, I don't know, like, you know, when the Tamagotchi game gets announced and you're, like, excited, you're like, oh! You make this, like, breathing sound. And then, my husband thought it was so funny. And then, like, when we started watching Hololive, they do it too. They do it too when they're, like, excited about something, or they, like, you know, narrowly escaped a death in a game or something like that. They also do it. And my husband was like, did you learn this from that? And I was like, no, this is an original Joy mannerism. I did it first. But it's actually more common than I think, I guess. You do that when you're playing, or maybe we got raised with that somehow. Where did we learn to do this? You do that when you're playing games for narrow escaping death. Yeah, exactly. Like when you're like excited or like, you know, something crazy happened. It's how some people panic. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like a jokey, you know, like rapid breathing. But still. But yeah, I guess I don't do that with my cat though. Maybe I should try. Maybe he would have more fun playing. He's gotten less into playing games as he's gotten older, but I don't know if it's just because we've gotten worse. Like am I the problem? Like maybe I am not great at playing games with my cat anymore, and so he's like bored. It's the Invisible Man in the repo. Wait, so there's a monster that shows up in repo and he goes like that? I feel like, I mean, that sounds a little too funny to be scary. I don't know. And then just watch, you put me in a repo game and then the sound happens and I'm like screaming like, oh god! They're here! They're here! Repo is a silly horror game? Oh, okay. It's like, okay. So it's meant to be more on the silly side. That's good. When I need to escape, I should start breathing more so I have more oxygen to run. Yeah. Sorry, gonna feed my Hololive girls. He makes that noise when you're getting carried away. That one isn't scary, but the other ones can be. Oh, okay. Interesting. Probably your character doing it than the Invisible Man. Oh. But then if the character was doing it, they would do it for all of the monsters, right? Or do you not? Or maybe it's because you don't get carried away by other monsters. I should probably watch somebody play this game at some point. Instead of just like imagining what it's like. We are fully in the era of Lethal Company adjacent games. Yeah. I always think it's exciting though. Like, I mean, this is just my scientist brain turning on probably, but like, I don't know. I think it's really fascinating to think about why something got popular and like what creative choices a thing made to like distinguish itself from previous choices. I don't know. I think that sort of thing is very fascinating. Add a little bit of wear to the edges, I think. That'll make it look a little less uniform. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks good. I should do the same here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. The other monsters just kill you. You have time to think when the invisible monster catches you. Oh, okay. I'm not even sure I could name all the ones I've seen recently. Oh, there's quite a lot then? It's also like moving out. The amount of times we were trying to carry a piano and it smashes against every wall and corners every single time. Not unlike actual moving, yes. If you could if you could afford to buy 10,000 acres of land, would you? No, because then I have to take care of 10,000 acres of land. What am I gonna do with all that land? I don't think I would be able to do anything with it. What would you guys do with 10,000 acres of land? Isn't that a lot? Isn't that like Disneyland? Use a dot instead of a comma? Oh. Was it a joke, or is Greg European? Don't some countries use dot? Also, some countries use comma for period. The other way around. Raise chickens. Raise 10,000 acres of chickens. That's a lot of chickens. Infinite chicken glitch. You only need 100 for 100-acre wood. Very good. Okay, let's see if I can draw the letters. Oh god, trying to learn the font of Legend of Legaia is a bit nerve-wracking. Okay, like this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what that looks like. Okay, I could probably make this a bit bigger. Disneyland is 500 acres? Oh my god. Google says a football field is 1.32 acres. Raise like 40 to 50 chickens, the rest is for breathing. A getaway. A sanatorium of sorts. Should I make this like wider? Like this, perhaps? I would like to own 10,000 acres because then you can participate in politics, I think. That's how it works. I mean, I guess that is how it used to work back in the day. You had to be a landowner to be, like, allowed into rich person society. If you can afford that, you can probably also afford people to take care of it for you. Free-range chickens raised on 10K acres. Truly the best eggs money can buy. What if you had a 10,000 acre farm and then there were 40 and 50 chickens in it, and then it was like you put up signs that are like, pick your own eggs, like pay $50 to like get as many eggs as you want, and then you like let people free onto the 10,000 acres, and you're like, good luck, and then you shut them in, and then they're like wandering around in the wilderness for days looking for these chickens and their eggs. Actually, you can find the chickens, you can't find their eggs. But if you can find the eggs, you get them for free. And then you televise it, and it's like the Hunger Games. I would share the rest. I would share with Tuvalu and Vanuatu if they sink. Oh, who's that? That sounds like the plot of a Mr. Beast video. I shut 5 ordinary people into a 10,000 acre plot of land and told them to find 10 eggs. I've never watched a Mr. Beast video. To be honest, I see the premise of a Mr. Beast video and I'm like, I'm scared. That sounds extremely scary. Okay. I think I need to make this a bit... Is the handwriting version of this more, like, cute? I don't know. I can't tell if I should just try to pixel art it or if I should lean into the hand-drawn aesthetic. Never actually watched them. Is that your Mr. Beast impression? I have no idea what he sounds like. I've never watched a Mr. Beast video. But I've seen like screenshots of tweets of like I trapped an airline pilot into a plane, and if he stays in there for 100 days, I'll give him $2 million or whatever. Like I've seen like tweets of premises. Oceanian countries. Oh, I did not know that. Today I learned about these countries. I don't think I've ever been recommended a Mr. Beast video, much less watched one. Mr. Beast makes me feel old. Actually, the only thing I have seen about Mr. Beast, there is a Japanese YouTuber that I watch called Sushi Ramen. And he's sort of like I don't know, he's very funny, but he has said that one of the creators that he really admires is Mr. Beast, and I think he actually was in a Mr. Beast video. Like I think Mr. Beast did some sort of like Squid Game simulation thing, and he was like one of the contestants in it, so I saw him there. Okay, how do I do this? I think I need to put some drop shadow here, right? Seems like. Thankfully, my algorithm knows I'm not interested. It's because it's such an obvious example of this huge cultural thing that I can't even bring myself to watch because of how uninterested I am. Yeah, who's the demographic for Mr. Beast videos? Is it Gen Z? Like, do Gen Z kids watch Mr. Beast seems a little too old for like Gen Alpha, right? Is that right? Kids. I don't know, because I feel like I'd heard of Mr. Beast in my young adult life, but like I wasn't really like a YouTube kid. I don't know. I feel like millennials weren't really YouTube kids. Like we were on YouTube, but it was like to watch the same couple of videos over and over, you know? It wasn't like a thing that you're like, oh gosh, I wonder what new video so-and-so posted. It's like YouTube for millennials is like, I watched this, you know, One Piece music video and I'm gonna show it to my friend when they come over to my house. Gen Alpha? Your niece and nephew watch Mr. Beast? I think mine too. I don't think so. My niece and nephew don't seem to watch a lot of YouTube. At least they don't talk about it. Maybe they do. They watch me, but like on YouTube. So I assume they watch other things, but I don't know if like their parents are like strict on like what kind of things they can watch or something. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. They're around 7, 8? Oh, okay. Yeah, my niece and nephew are older than that. Feels like rich people flaunting their wealth and that it will implode in 3 years. But Mr. Beast has been around longer than that, right? Like, isn't he like obscenely wealthy? From all the like random stuff he's done? Somehow? He's the most subscribed channel, so every demographic watches him to some extent, but Gen Alpha is the biggest part and fairly certain. Okay. Huh, okay. So he's like more new than I thought. Maybe this is like his heyday and he was like coming into fame. My memory of Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast rising to power. What did he even do to get popular before he started locking people with the rooms and stuff? That's a good question. Don't actually know. Let's see. I think I need to multiply. No, that's not it. Overlay? No. Let me just lower the opacity a little bit to blend the color in. I'm not sure I like this handwriting version. Obscenely wealthy doesn't mean they're immune to the fall. That's the most metal thing I've heard Power say ever. He made videos reading the entire dictionary and standing on his arms for 12 hours. Not at the same time, different videos. I see. Hey Raga, how's it going? I'm attempting to make merch, but I feel like I don't know if I like the way the font looks. Do I like the way the font looks? Should I try a more pixelated look? Let me try. Let's try a different. And actually, we'll turn this layer back on as like a guide. Maybe I'll try a square brush and see if that captures more of the. Does this work? That's a flat brush. Do I have a square brush? Somebody give me a square brush. This? No. This? Okay, that kind of works. Yeah, let me try more of a square brush. See if this works. Oh god, my hand is too squiggly for this. And then we have like a... Does this look better? It looks a little better, huh? It's a bit more true to the vibe. YouTube is NBA. People fixing cars and people way smarter than me discussing consciousness. Oh. You like Mr. Salvia Eric, aka Big Money Salvia. I don't know who that is. I think this font looks better. Okay, good. Good to know. Yeah, I think it looks more true to the thing. I think the eye is more spaced out. Well, actually, I think that, the eye is a little closer to the, G. Look at this. It's like it's like weirdly squished. Okay. The other font just looked like her handwriting. It's so true. Okay. So let me clean this up a bit. We can like make it a bit more pixel looking, the edges. Often when people are young and wealthy start showing, when people who are young and wealthy start showing off their wealth, they use all their money, then everyone leaves because most people are only there to enjoy the things their wealth gave them. Yep. That's why you gotta be well-rounded in your life. You know, take care of your relationships. Money does help, though. With basic things that probably influence your happiness as well. Like eating food. Okay, something like that. A little painterly looking, which is not bad. If I was young and wealthy, I would be very responsible. Don't at God. Often their personality was the thing people tolerated because they got good stuff, more than the thing these people want to interact on a daily basis. Everybody knows that God only gives money to those he knows can use it to make more money. I think there's even a story in the Bible about that. Oh yeah, there's something about like... Oh yeah, that is tickling a memory in my brain. What story is that? There's some like parable, basically. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy security, which makes the baseline for happiness a little higher. Yes. Yeah, one of the sons buries his coin. Yeah, one of them is like, oh god, I gotta, like a dog. They're like, I got a bone. Gotta bury it. The other one goes to Wall Street, and then the other one spends it all. Yes, I remember. There's three sons. I was watching IU's new drama and I realized I hate when part of the main plot is when they're poor. Watching someone beg for rice versus someone getting chased by a hitman with a gun. Too stressful. Aw. Yeah, I've been seeing little clips and stuff of the drama. It looks very sad, which is why I will never watch Korean dramas because I will cry. And I don't need to do that on purpose. I don't need to cry on purpose. I have no desire to cry on purpose. Okay. So let me take... You cry like 2 times an episode? Oh no! It looks really sad. The one thing that I do like about IU dramas, because I'm not like a super fan of her or anything, like I don't follow her all the time, but knowing what I do know about her personality, I think she probably I can see her enjoying acting. Like she seems like she's having a good time. Like kind of enacting the stories. I don't know. Or like there was that one, I think the Hotel de Luna, where she's like a magical hotel owner or something. She's like very sassy and like mean, you know? So she gets to play these like different personas, and it super feels like she's having fun. 1 cry per 30 minutes is too much cry. Yeah. If you're secure, you're you're likely less anxious in general than someone who's less secure, and money adds a level of security that poor people don't have. Oh yeah, for sure. And when you're anxious, you tend to, when you're anxious, you're afraid, and when you're afraid, you tend to get, angrier, and you seek out control in other parts of your life, and that in turn can kind of mess with your like relationships, and that is also going to affect your happiness. So it's a hard cycle. It's very difficult. Yeah, money is very money helps a lot. The angrier tends to make you less happy. Yeah. Sad in a good way. I watched 2 episodes this morning and cried 3 times before noon. Oh. Betty, what does your dog think when you cry? Is he like whatever, or is he like, no, something's wrong? Something's wrong with my human. What's happening? Money isn't everything, but it sure helps, yeah. Oh no, I'm hungry already. I should have eaten a snack. I'm always hungry. I guess I usually snack at this time of day. Why am I always hungry when I stream? He's unaware he's chewing away on a bone while I'm watching. Okay, so no moving Instagram reel for you. No moving TikTok where it's like, my dog saw me, you know, my dog's reaction when I start crying, and then the dog comes and is like, you know, snuggling and is like, what's wrong, you know? None of that. I'm not sobbing, so he probably genuinely doesn't notice. Oh, okay. You know how people pretend to die and their dog reacts? Oh yeah, I always thought those were kind of silly because I'm fairly sure the dog can tell if you're actually dead or not. I'm pretty sure he would like step on my head and bite my hair. There's a YouTube channel I watched that did they did that, but they died the quote unquote death. The owner like was holding a bowl of like kibble and then died and spilled the kibble everywhere. And so the idea was like, oh, is the dog gonna go for the kibble right away, or is he gonna like stop and be concerned for my well-being? And he did it with 2 dogs. Like one of them was like really concerned. One of them wasn't that concerned, but it waited because that one was their first dog and they trained him really well to wait before eating. So that dog always waits for the owner to say, okay, go ahead and eat, and then he'll eat. So he like sat down and was just like waiting while the owner was just like on the ground. And then but then the other dog is the dog that they were fostering, and then the other dog was just like going to town, eating all the kibble that had spilled everywhere. And I was like, okay, makes sense. I want to run my content idea. I think if I get a little more desperate at life, I'm gonna give myself scurvy for content. No, you're gonna lose all your teeth. You know how hard it is to get new teeth? It's impossible. You can't get new teeth. Isn't that what scurvy does? It like makes you lose your makes your teeth fall out? How does this look, you guys? I can't tell. Alternatively, you sob and the dog starts wagging his tail because you always go for a walk with him to clear your head when you're sad. I see. Dentures? You can buy new teeth with all the YouTube money. Yeah, but then you're spending all your money on the teeth and not like food or something. Or maybe you just start buying like smoothies. You start making smoothies and you don't need fancy food. Don't need to spend money on food if you can't eat the food. Also, it's really hard to get scurvy. That's when you make another YouTube video after that saying, I lost all my teeth permanently for YouTube? Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would click on that. I would actually. I would click on that. I'm undecided about whether I like this or not. But I feel like if I make the text any smaller, it'll be hard to read. Maybe I can make it lower opacity? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's got to be like this. Get ready with me as someone who has scurvy. Part of the appeal of the video is me figuring out exactly what I need to eat to give myself scurvy. Lots of montages of cooking flatbread with unenriched flour. It's a funny punchline, but it is not a thing you want. No, it is not. A day in the life in recovery from scurvy. Oh gosh. This idea is legs. The idea is legs, but you have no teeth. Now, how about then you go on a sailing venture on like an old like historic replica boat for like 70 days, and then you get scurvy that way. There you go. Easy. And then it's like a montage of you on the cool historic boat, or like a vlog series. Okay. I think this is... yeah, I'm gonna do this. Hey, Dr. Terror. Did it have sea legs? Arr, matey. Arr, matey, well, hey, YouTube. Today I'm starting a new video series. A lot of you have asked comments about, Wizmander, when are you gonna get scurvy, huh? Well, today's the day, folks. I'm starting on my 70-day adventure to get scurvy. And you know the way I'm doing it? Riding on a huge historic sailing boat for real for 70 days. And I'm gonna be documenting my whole scurvy getting adventure on this boat and learning how to be a real pirate. I've already got the accent down. I just gotta learn how to actually do the pirate things. All right, here we go, folks. Something like that. If you're desperate enough to get scurvy for content, get some help. Power already in with the YouTube comments. People have been pretending to be pirates for years now, but have they gone all the way and gotten scurvy? Huh? You'd be doing something new. Your next one after that can be getting dysentery, walking the Oregon Trail. How do we pronounce dysentery? Dysentery. Dysentery. I say dysentery. Okay, wait, did I tell you about this? When I was in visiting family and I was, I forget why we were talking about it, but I was with Betty and she said dysentery. And I was like, excuse me, what did you say? And she was like, dysentery. And I was like, dysentery? And she was like, I've never heard that before. And I was like, I've never heard people say dysentery. Dysentery? Dysentery. Dysentery. I say dysentery. Dysentery. Yeah. Okay, Betty, explain yourself. Scurvy, getting scurvy, something new. I don't think we know what new means. Okay, fair point. Never heard it spoken out loud. I mean, there's a lot of words like that as kids. I remember our nephew, there was a word that he also encountered only in books. And we had not, and I forget what word it was though. Okay, I am going to lower this and then draw more. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I gotta stop yapping and draw. Also, if any of you steal the scurvy idea and get big money, I won't be mad. Just throw me a couple dollars so I can buy NPC. Sounds like a plan. I don't know if I'm willing to do that, but I bet somebody out there is. If you accidentally get scurvy from your daily life, that would be a different story. Intentionally inducing it is just stupid. Yeah, I mean, but stupid gets views though. Unfortunately. Stupid gets views. Well, this is quite... Okay, the O is kind of on the wide side. Like this. Okay. This. Like this. And like this. And like this. Okay. Okay. Well, this looks fine. Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, stupid equals money. Oh boy. My sister judges me for reading publicly on stream. Here's the truth. Was it not Bokoblin? Oh yeah, how do you guys say? Well, honestly, I don't know how to say that either. Bokoblin? Like goblin? Bokoblin? Can do. If I happen to be vlogging and just oopsie doopsie into scurvy, I'll send some moolah your way, Wiz. Wow, there you go. So it's an achievement. Stupid gets views, but you won't survive much longer if you do this stupid thing. Though, I mean, like, there are people out there whose personality is to do, like, dangerous stuff, you know? So, I don't know. I don't get it. I have a very solid sense of self-preservations, but I understand that there are people who are not like that. I imagine you have to have some degree of that to be like a Mr. Beast style YouTuber. How about the measles? Oh god. Oh no. Let's not talk about that. That's too real. Bokoblin? Oh, okay. Bokoblin. Okay, so you put the emphasis on the first syllable. I was hoping there was some point of scurvy that I could bounce back from it. Or it's like that guy that, do you remember, this is a millennial thing. Remember that guy that did the documentary where he ate McDonald's like every day for a year or something? I think it was debunked later. I don't know. Or maybe that's what big McDonald's wants us to think. But yeah, before Mr. Beast, there was Super Size Me. Now he's dead. Is he? Did he die? Did he actually die? Oh no. Unsubbed. If millennial things upset you, Greg, you're gonna be in for a hard time. I am a millennial thing. I was formed in it. Molded in it. I forget what the quote is. I think that's the Batman movie with Bane. He was debunked and he was an alcoholic. Oh. Didn't that guy drink extremely heavily during those documentaries? Oh. Like on purpose? To be like, did he... Or was he just like... Was he like, oh, I'll also drink and that'll increase the, you know, the results? Or was it like... Or did he just happen to drink a lot during that time? He died last year? Oh, he only did it for a month. Oh, okay. Not on purpose, he had a problem. Oh, okay. So it wasn't like he wasn't doing it to sell the documentary. It was just a thing. Oh, that's sad. You don't even have to get scurvy, you just have to make it look like you're getting scurvy. Ah, there you go. That's the trick, isn't it? I aim for a hard time. I keep quiet when it gets too much. The math that professionals did said that if he was actually eating exactly as much as the documentary was saying, he'd actually lose weight? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this was the kind of controversies that were happening in the mid-2000s. The amount of food he was eating was actually low in calories. Huh. He even made a Super Size Me 2 years later because he made many documentaries and no one cared or liked them. Oh. Oh, so he was like... Okay, so he was passionate about making documentaries. But the only ones that people cared about were the Super Size Me ones. And he was... I assume that maybe he was depressed about that. That's sad. Oh, no. Interesting. Yeah, I had not kept up on this. But I do remember coming to school and kids being like, hey, did you watch Super Size Me? Like, isn't that crazy? I remember it being discussed among my peers. He was a one-trick pony that tried to cling to his one success. He was an early YouTuber type, you could say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I mean, it's a very human thing. YouTube just made it easier to have more of a, gain an audience a little bit more easily for these kinds of stunts. Did you not watch it at school? Oh, I don't think so. It's kind of unfortunate they show it at school when it turned out to be debunked. I mean, I guess if it works, because even if a Super Size Me isn't true, probably getting kids to eat less fast food is maybe a good idea anyway. I don't know. I don't remember if we watched it in school. I just remember people talking about it. Maybe we did watch it. I just don't remember. Greg watched it at school. He got into some issues with sexual misconduct. Oh no. Okay, well, my empathy is I'm realizing maybe I should be more careful with my empathy. Uh-oh. Okay, so he did not have a handle on his life. It seems like. In many areas. He was a fraudster through and through. On the other hand, he was really struggling. I'm on the side of, it's sad he was struggling. That doesn't excuse being a fraudster. Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's quite tragic if you think about it. Like, you are, you kind of have this thing about, like, wanting to become a successful documentarian or whatever, movie creator, content creator, and you get your break and then it just fizzles out. I imagine you become very desperate. You shouldn't lie to them about nutrition, especially with the epidemic people are having, where some people are struggling with bulimia. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's not a thing to mess with, for sure. Just be honest instead of hyperbolic. Yeah. Well, people make the choices that they think is best, and sometimes they're good choices and sometimes they're bad choices. The line between fraudster, grifter, and content creator is pretty much gone these days. Maybe there wasn't ever one. I mean, it's just the new version of, like, I feel like it's always not saying that it's like we shouldn't care, but it's like a new form of, I mean, you could argue that like every business, most businesses are like that. You kind of gotta well, actually what I should say is marketing is that. Marketing is doing a little bit of grifting, Marketing is grifting professionally. There was never a line. Power's got some metal one-liners today. Maybe there wasn't ever one. Yeah. Don't say you'll get fat. Say what bad nutrition actually does. Yeah. Because there's a lot of factors. You have to be very specific. There's a lot of factors with how people's bodies, change. And simplifying that can be really harmful. But yeah, I think I remember a long time ago I listened to a podcast. I haven't listened to them in a while. Shoot, what was it called? I think it's just like How Do Things Work? They're an old time podcast. Like, they've been around for a while. Oh, Stuff You Should Know. That's what it's called. You can't be honest and make decent money. Yeah. That's yeah, I mean, I think there are probably cases where that is true, but I think, yeah, most of the time that is not true. But I remember Stuff You Should Know, there was a episode they did on like the history of marketing. And they were just like, and they basically talked about like, the person who kind of invented like the way, like modern marketing, the way it is today. And it was very fascinating, and it was extremely depressing. Like, there was a time where like advertisements were just like, hey, we made a thing. It does this, this, and this, and here's the price. You should buy it. Like, that's what advertisements used to be. And then this person came along and he was just like, what if we lied a little bit, or like, what if we like got into people's heads about it, right? And he basically invented like the whole notion of modern marketing, and I'm like, oh. So it was very interesting to think about, like, someone just invented this and then it just kind of, progressed from there. I wonder what the guy's name is. I mean, I'm sure, I don't think he's like a super like unknown person. Probably if you look him up, you can probably figure out the name. Invented the idea of using propaganda as marketing. Yeah. I guess that's one. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. I don't know. It's been a long time since I listened to that episode, so I'm probably oversimplifying it. But yeah, there was just some guy who was like, you know what marketing needs? Lies. That'll sell stuff, and it worked. So of course I mean, I guess if it wasn't him, it would have been someone, but you know, it's let's see. Here's a little R. Okay, the Rosaru text is a little squashed. Oh, I see. Okay, it's like this. Those are my 3 favorite professions. I'm so scared of real estate agents now. I think I talked about this when my husband and I were like briefly thinking about like, oh, should we buy a house? And our experience with the one real estate agent that was trying to help us out was very scary. She was very scary. Is this what I feel like I'm not? Let me lower the. Let's see. Okay. This? I hope you guys enjoy watching me paint letters. That looks like an R and an A, I think. Okay. Oh, now we have a big capital S. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, like this. Like this. This. I think. Okay. Oh god, there's not enough room! Oh, but these are kind of squished. I'm gonna change to a more cheerful song. I love Nier Automata music, but let's switch to something else after talking about terrible people being terrible. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I did not sneeze. Okay, whew. Do you know what I liked watching in school? Bill Nye the Science Guy. Now that's a man you can trust. Okay. It's one of those things where you lie a little, then people get used to lying that much, so you lie more, repeat. Yeah. Did you guys have I mean, speaking of marketing, it was something that I remember learning a little bit about in school, where like in elementary school, where like we had like these activities in class where like you would bring in like an advertisement that you found somewhere, and then like you would talk about, you know, what is it actually saying? Is this telling the truth? It has numbers on it. Do the numbers actually, you know, mean anything? Like, what are they comparing against? That kind of thing. Did you guys do that in school? I'm very grateful for that, actually, because it's something that stuck with me for a very long time. Like, it was very helpful. Oh no, there's not enough room. Oh, this doesn't actually... Okay, this is a rendering error, the thickness of this letter. Let's get rid of that. Which is why there's some laws about truth in marketing, yeah. Yep. Yeah, but that was a good skill to learn, I feel like, as a kid. And I kind of wonder now if kids are learning anything similar to that in school today, like, like don't believe things on the internet and blah blah blah, like all these things that the people who grew up on the internet, we kind of had to just learn trial by fire. But like, this is like basic internet safety and blah blah blah. Like, I wonder if kids learn that in school now. Like, instead of a home ec class, they have like internet class. Okay, I have to just kind of guess on the U. Okay. Oh boy, this is a little too wide, but I guess that's true to the original. People lie as they breathe, which is why we regulate stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, it's a very basic, like, human psychology thing, huh? I don't know. I try not to think about that too much, though, because then I get really depressed about, like, is humanity, are human beings basically good or basically evil? And you see one thing and you're like, oh man, people are evil. Then you see another thing and you're like, man, people are good actually. But, in the end, it's like, you can't really... I mean, you can do some things, like participate in activism or, reach out to your friends and family about how you want to see the world change. But, other than that, there isn't too much else you can do to control how people act, so you kind of just have to do what you think you should do. So that's what I try to think about. Not get too upset. Babethany, hello! Welcome. We're making some little merch. I've been streaming for an hour and a half, and I've drawn these two things. Because I've been yapping. It's human psychology that people assume others are being more honest than they typically are, whether it being willfully ignorant or accidentally ignorant. Yeah. I mean, I think for me too, there's definitely like you want to believe in other people, right? So, so you do. And some people take advantage of that, which is not a very nice thing to do. But there are people. Love it. Thank you, Babethany. I'm painting pixel art. It is painful, but I like the way it's coming across. Do you ever look at your VODs even for 10 minutes? Oh my god, I watch my own VODs all the time. Mostly to just kind of like check, for Paper Mario, for example, I've been like skimming the end of my streams to to check like, oh, what did I finish? Like, how did I finish off last time? What was I doing? But then I'll kind of like leave it running for a while because I don't know, I like enjoy listening to myself talk, which sounds really, I'm embarrassed to admit that, but I do. I listen to myself talk, or like sometimes if there was like something funny that happened during the stream, I'll like go back and listen to that part. You beat Paper Mario today! Hey, congrats! I forget. Were you playing the original Paper Mario, or were you playing Thousand Year Door? I myself am almost done with Thousand Year Door. I believe I am in the last dungeon. Listening to myself to learn how to succeed more. I mean that's real though. Like you gotta. It's like how athletes, they like record themselves on video and then they like watch themselves to see how their posture is or whatever. Thousand Year Door, but you did beat the original right before. Ah, okay. Congratulations! Yeah, I'm very close to beating it myself. Maybe, probably this week. One of the other worst Paper Mario games. Aw, dang! I have no opinion. I haven't tried any of the other ones, so I do not have the right to judge. Okay. I think this is tilted a little bit. Turn it. Oops. You're saying you're studying to become better at games. Yes, I do a little replay. I don't think there's anything I've been super serious about. Besides drawing, I don't think there's anything that I'm like serious enough about that I would go back and try to reflect on it. Try to squash this just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, but with drawing, I do that. I will like look at my drawings and be like, oh, like look at old drawings and be like, oh, I should have drawn this differently, or I should have drawn that differently. I guess I'll do it with music too, like. But I think that's a habit that I learned because I learned piano for so long with a strict piano teacher. You'll be lurking while you do some editing. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you, babe Anthony. Congrats again on finishing Thousand Year Door. I wish I could ask you questions about it, like how you liked it and stuff, but I fear you wouldn't be able to say much without spoiling, which is why I was scared to ask. We can talk about it next time once I finish. And good luck editing. Comparing yourself to sports players was a lie. Only for the art part. I think it's good to do in general, though. I don't know why I'm like talking about so much like reflective stuff today, but like everybody talks about practice makes perfect, but just practicing alone isn't enough. You have to like think about what you are doing and what you want to change, and that part is really hard for people. That's like a whole separate skill you have to learn besides the like mechanical skill of like actually doing a hobby or a skill. You have to learn how to like reflect. But the nice thing about reflecting while you work on things is it's a very transferable skill. You can once you kind of have the brain for it, you can do it for anything. You'll just say you love the game. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. Sticker Star made you sad. Never got around to Color Splash. Wii U broke before you got around to it. Only haven't played enough of Origami King for it to renew some sadness, and you barely remember Paper Jam. Ah. Yeah, I don't hear people talk about the other Paper Marios that much. I think I mentioned this before, though. My niece and nephew told me to play Origami King. Because they liked the story, I guess. So I will probably play that at some point. Just saying that doesn't roll the tongue. Just saying that doesn't roll the tongue as well? Origami King is good. Oh, Betty, you've played Origami King. Okay. Yeah, I have it, so I should just play it. What is this song? Is this? Oh, this is Final Fantasy XI music. I was like, this sounds familiar. You got spoiled in the story? Oh no, that's okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, I mean. But you will survive, is what I meant. Super Paper Mario had a good story, but it was a sign of change. Blame it for the downfall of the series. Oh, I think you've said this before. I remember you being angry at Super Paper Mario. It's okay, but the remake made it better, right? The remake brought all the true fans out and introduced the series to a new set of people, right? I feel like most people like had good things to say about the remake, so I hope it brought back some life into the series. I mean, I'm really enjoying it so far. Oop. I feel like Power and I are in the same wavelengths today. Purple pals. Your guys' usernames are both purple, at least on my screen. Other than with him disagreeing with Scurvy idea. I hope TTYD remake means Nintendo's considered making good Paper Marios again. I hope so too. Yeah, maybe the remake is like a warm-up. You guys, the Switch 2 Direct is in a couple days. What do you think they will announce? What do you want to see when the Switch 2 comes out? People always ask about this before a Direct. They're like, oh, what are your predictions? And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm just gonna, I honestly, like, people ask me this and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, whatever they want to announce, I guess. I'm boring that way. Because I don't really have any hopes because I'm like very satisfied with the amount of games that are already on my backlog. I'm like, I don't really need more games to be excited about. In fact, it would be good if they would stop for just a little while so I can catch up. Brand new Zelda. Man. Already? When did Tears of the Kingdom come out? I guess has it been a couple years at this point? God of War and Halo. In this new God of War, you can control Kratos by taking off the Joy-Con and using it like a mouse. And then you're playing a PC game, basically. Have you always thought that console shooters were hard to play? No worries, now you can use the Joy-Con to slide around like a mouse and be just as good as PC players. I feel like when did Zelda come out for Switch? They didn't announce Breath of the Wild for a while, right? After this Switch originally came out, I think. Oh man, I don't like that. This is like touching the edge of the. Okay. There we go. It's a little squished. That's okay. Okay, one last word. Sticker Star was destroyed by one comment from Miyamoto. Does the game really need a story? Miyamoto said that? Miyamoto, how could you betray me like this? Breath of the Wild predates the Switch announcement for years. It was a Wii U announcement? Wait, really? Man. My memory is not good. I don't remember that at all. Brand new Smash Bros. With 300 characters. Didn't the guy say, what's his name? Who's the director of Smash? Didn't he say he was like with Smash Brothers wait, what the freak is it called? The newest one. Complete or whatever. Sakurai, yes. Wasn't he like, I'm done. Please do not ask me for anything else. Leave me alone. Ultimate, that's what it was called. Wasn't he like, leave me alone, please? This is all I'm giving you. He's baiting. In Japanese, but that's what the dev team says. He said. Oh. But I mean, but it's a Mario RPG. Maybe not all games need a story, but a Mario RPG sure needs a story. I think. Oh, this has a lower crossbar. Okay. Melee is a perfect game. Yeah, I haven't played much Smash Brothers other than Melee. He said that on the last one too. He said that's what we wouldn't expect the 300 character one. Let the man rest. Let him rest. Oh, I gotta. Okay, this. He said he would make at least 6 more Smash games. I don't believe you. He looks so tired in every video. Sakurai said, please don't ask me ever again on the Wii and 3DS releases of Smash 2. Let him rest. Leave him alone. They keep bringing him back. How does the M work? M is like this. Beep, hello! Guess what? What happened? Didn't like Smash Ultimate because it was mostly entirely devoid of single player goals. Hey. You got a kitty? Congratulations! Wait, have you posted on Blue Sky? Have you posted a picture of your kitty? Is Curry sitting on your lap purring? Oh, congratulations! I want to see a picture. Whenever you're ready, of course. But I'm like, not me going to opening Blue Sky immediately to see if you had posted a picture. Have you posted a picture? No, it doesn't look like it yet. I will wait. I will wait patiently. Oh, congrats! How you just got her today? Oh, I'm sure you all have you had a cat before? Are you all getting used to it? How are your puppies doing? Your puppies are probably like, what is this? Who is this? Who is this creature? Oh, you'll DM me. Okay, thank you. I want to see. So many. Oh man, I'm so excited for you. Kitties are so great. They are so wonderful. How do I draw this S? It doesn't look... I need a better screenshot of these. Of this text, of this font. I guess it's kind of a It's a little squished. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just draw it like... DM sent. This is our first kitty. We got her from a non-profit cat rescue, and she was so sweet during the meet and greet. She just sat in your whole lap the entire time. Oh, you got it! You got a cuddler! Wait, I'm looking at my DMs now. Oh, look at her! Oh, she's so cute! Wait, so she has such a... She's very, like, what's the word? She looks so... She's got like big eyes and like a small head, and then she has this like luxurious bushy tail. She looks so pretty. Describing to chat, she's this like pretty like gray tabby color. Oh, so cute. You got yourself a cuddler. Very nice. We're keeping the corgis away for now through a baby gate, but they've been curious about each other. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. She's a little under a year old, they think. Oh, okay, so she's maybe still growing a little bit. I see. Wizmander, you want an asshole cat? Because it's like, otherwise, what's the point? You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? I like my sweetheart marble personally, but I understand what you're saying. I would like my cat to hurt me at least 5 times per week intentionally. Oh God, I don't know about that. I don't think I can handle that. No. I would like my cat to lay in inconvenient places and refuse to move. Oh, my cat does that. Even sweetheart cats do that. So if that's all you're looking for, I do not think you need to subject yourself to cat injury. Little gray, little mix of calico from her mom, so she's gray with some peach spots. Oh, she's a Torby. They call that a Torby. I don't know if the cat rescue. She's a Tabby and Torty. Cute. I would like my cat to gain excess weight regardless of what I feed them and then look at me as though I ruined their life. You want an internet cat. Is it possible you have unrealistic expectations for cats based on what you have seen on the internet? You know? And then you get your real cat and you're like, this is not how I imagined it at all. This is not what the internet told me this was gonna be like. Tabby! Pigs! Tabby! She just fell asleep on your lap. Oh, cute! I mean, it sounds like your cat is very chill. Like she's, I mean, maybe because she's a little on the younger side, but that's a really great sign. I've definitely had some friends who've gotten cats and the cat just hides for like a week straight. It just doesn't eat, doesn't sleep, just hiding in the closet. But I think that tends to happen to cats who are a little bit older and a little bit more traumatized. I absolutely agree that a Mario RPG should have a good story. Miyamoto thinks no games need a story. Huh. He doesn't like games that some of your ability to win isn't tied to player skill, but rather a thing that comes from working with your character, like RPGs. Ah. I mean, he is the man that made, you know, he has made many a game. He has made many a game. I understand where he's coming from. I guess it comes down to what your definition of game is, and that is an endless debate that will have no resolution anytime soon, I'm sure. But personally speaking, I like games that have a story. It's part of what motivates me to play them. So I'm sorry, Miyamoto. We, perhaps we can't be friends after all. The merch looks great. Coco, thank you. Today I'm Coco. Today Coco is the one that draws merch. We're drawing 4 different little keychains. I feel like I tilted it again. I always draw like a little bit leaning to the left. It's best to get a pet from the shelter rather than a breeder. I agree. I say as I look at my cat that I did get from a breeder. But I am proud to say that Marble's breeder is an extremely responsible and recognized breeder. That is the one thing that makes me feel better about it. There are a lot of breeders out there that are not good, and they do not care about the health of their animals. So one tip, if you do want to buy a cat from a breeder, like a responsible breeder, look for a cattery or a kennel that shows their animals, like enters them into shows, and their cats or dogs like actually win awards and stuff, because it means that they're accountable for like the health of their animals, and like other people have verified that their animals are like in good health and not like weirdly inbred or something. So if you're gonna get a cat from a breeder, like actually go with a breeder that has like street cred among cat breeders. Don't get a dog or cat from some like random person who's like I breed golden retrievers. Here's your golden retriever, and then you find out they're inbred and like has a bunch of health issues and stuff. I would like my cat to be a Nintendo stan that will argue with me about any criticisms I mention. Oh no, my spouse doesn't need that because I am the Nintendo stan. I am the Nintendo stan in this house. I don't really argue about it though, I guess. I'm just like, oh, okay. But I still like Nintendo. Jojo, you like stories? First I hear about this. Yes, it's in the name. It's in the name for a reason. I like stories. I sure do like stories. Did anybody read the Get Fuzzy comics growing up? That sounds familiar. They're like it's like a cat and a dog talking, right? I remember reading those, but I don't remember like as a kid feeling like I understood them very well. I should go. But yeah, but I liked looking at them because it was like animals. I was like, oh look, it's getting fuzzy. I also remember reading Doonesbury, but I always skipped over Doonesbury because I thought the drawings looked scary. Thanks for explaining my bit. That's why you're Coco today. Yes. Indeed. You're welcome. The single guy in his apartment with his dog and cat who talk. Okay. And the guy can talk to his dog and cat, right? Like, it's not like Garfield where they just psychically talk to each other and he doesn't know what they're talking about. Everything Paper Mario past Super stopped having any character designs that wasn't just, this is a generic Mario character at the request of Nintendo's copyright lawyer team. Oh, like they don't have like... Oh, so like in Thousand Year Door, they have all these characters that are like, I'm a little, shadow person, or like I'm Screamy, and I'm like a little weird droplet shaped like ghost thing. Like, so they don't have that anymore. I guess because it's hard to keep track of all the designs, maybe, and they don't want to bother with getting sued. That's a bummer. Cocoa art. Hot off the presses. All the cats and dogs in the comic can talk to humans and other animals. Oh. They weren't even allowed to give them different clothes? That's so sad. That's very sad. Oh no, but Nintendo was so good at making cute character designs and stuff. I guess, did Mario Odyssey have like creatures, like civilizations with different kinds of creatures in them? Because all I remember is that there's New Donk City and those are like humans, so like you can't really get sued for that, I guess. right? So that's safe, I guess. But I don't really remember. I mean, they had the parrots. Parrots can talk. And there were toads, I think? I can't remember. Miyamoto just hates the Mario RPGs. Oh no. Oh no, I can't be friends with Miyamoto. This is the saddest thing I've ever... This is the saddest thing ever. How could you, Miyamoto? I thought we were friends. They requested it because they wanted to have an easier time telling fan content from official content. I see. Yeah. I mean, I guess it must be hard because I've also heard, I forget who said this, but like where I heard this, but some kind of story writer or something was talking about how they don't like looking at fan content because they're like worried that they're going to, like, on the chance that they incorporate something similar that's like too similar to fan works. They don't want to do that accidentally, I guess. Or they don't want to be like struck with an idea. They're like, oh man, that's really good. And then they can't like let go of the idea. So they just like don't look at fan content. And I'm like, oh, that must be so sad. Because of course you want to look at fan content of the thing you're making, but you can't. But like, I also understand wanting to make absolutely sure, 100% sure that you're not like accidentally doing this. Oh my god, I haven't saved this whole time. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me, what do I call this? Battle charms. Battle charms. George R.R. Martin said that too? Ah, okay. Maybe I was reading a quote from him. I've never read any of George R.R. Martin books. But maybe I saw like a quote somewhere. I played Odyssey for the first time this month. There's tons of new and exclusive people. Like, every world had a new civilization. How do you forget? Listen, I have a bad memory. Okay. It's something I wish I could improve. But yeah, I forget about things really easily. I don't remember. Like, if you ask me next year, like, how did Hatoful Boyfriend go? Like, what happened at Hatoful Boyfriend in the ending? I'll be like, I don't remember. Even though I've played it twice. I have to keep a running log of, like, people's, like, facts about my friends and family. So I, like, remember. I'm like, oh yeah, we talked about this, because I will get them mixed up in my brain. I know, it's a sad condition. I actually seriously do wonder if I have a worse memory than most other people. I don't know. Oops, I'm like accidentally sliding myself over. I'm hoping Nintendo is starting to see the error of their ways with the character designs. Ah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, I gotta draw the ending piece of this thing, which means... I think I gotta... Oops. This, copy paste, move that over here, and then merge this downward. Okay, and then can I flip this somehow? Okay. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no, I realize I have made a huge mistake. Uh-oh. I should have done the ending piece first. I should have done the ending piece first. Oh no! Uh-oh. It's supposed to be like a square, but I did not make the angles not 90 degrees. Should I just roll with it? I mean, I could just roll with it. Huh. From my experience, most people have not great memories. Maybe I compare them to me and that's why I get that notion. Do you feel like you have like a particularly good memory compared to other people? If so, I am jealous. Like, should I make the ending piece like this? Or do I redraw the whole thing, you guys? Do I redraw the whole thing? How do I even make a square? Square. Square. Rectangle. Rectangle. Okay, wait. Let me draw a new. Okay. He told you twice before? No, shut up! You're messing with me! Stop it! You're gaslighting me. I don't believe you. But I also can't remember. I also can't remember. Okay. Ah. Okay. Let me see if this will... Okay. So the triangle needs to be this shape, and I need the edges. Oh no, I gotta change the edges to be sharper. Okay. Okay. They were doing games that were more designed for bite-sized play sessions because Japanese company believes that Japanese kids no longer had want or time to play long sessions, and then they took a risk on Breath of the Wild and it sold more than Zelda ever sold in Japan. Yeah, people love grinding. People love achieving things and grinding. I'm glad they took a risk on Breath of the Wild. It's such a great game. When I said pigs and Tabby, you were surprised I remembered and I said I have a good memory. Oh. Did you really? Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry I told you to shut up. I don't remember this. I'm scared. I'm scared I don't remember this. I really don't remember. You're right. We were talking about One Piece. And I was talking about how I don't remember One Piece at all, and you're like, I do. How do I change this? How do I change the ruler? Let's create, I think I gotta create the symmetry ruler again. Okay, there we go. Zelda always sold poorly in Japan until Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That is very surprising to me. On a unrelated note, the Croc remaster comes out next Tuesday. Oh yeah, so one of my friends messaged me about it. He was like, "Oh, you might enjoy playing this," and like I think the dev team's giving out review keys or something. And he said you might enjoy it. It's like a cute like platformer, and I was like, "Huh? Should I? I don't know." I have never once, but I don't know. I'm not that big on platformers though. That's the thing. Never really have been. I don't know why. Perhaps the lack of aforementioned story, probably. Oh no, I'm so sad. I gotta do this over again. Okay. They're gonna showcase a huge Croc sequel and then switch to Direct. Maybe. Tomba 2. Tomba 2 for Switch 2. Legend of Legaia. Oh, you guys, I gotta play Legend of Legaia on stream. I want to show you guys Legend of Legaia. So good. Let me... Croc RPG, Legend of the Seven Galaxies. Again, do you mean Legend of... Oh, sorry, Legend of Mana. Sorry, yeah, I meant Legend of Mana, which is what this song is from. You guys were about to be very worried about my memory for a sec there. You guys, I have to show you Legend of Mana. Oops. Okay, I have to angle this properly. Oh, time to edit the line art. Alright, here we go. I think I mentioned it in chat when I first saw it out. Oh, did you? Okay. It's a game, the original was marred by the controls. I liked it, but it was always funky. The remaster's adding new controls. Ah. Well, that's always exciting. Okay. They could announce a new Zelda on the Switch 2 Direct, yeah. But has Zelda ever been a launch title for anything? I feel like no. Was it a launch title for N64? This is also another Legend of Mana song. Did I just make this longer? I guess I just make this longer. Okay. $29.99 on launch. Tears of the Kingdom came mid-2023. They said the game was essentially done for a whole year, but they dedicated extra time for testing. It has very complex mechanics. Oh yeah, that makes a ton of sense. The whole building system, I'm sure, is very complicated. I'm actually curious about how they engineered all that. Actually. Because it's quite fast. It's quite fast and it's very flexible, so I want to learn. How did they construct their like item system in order to do this sort of thing? So like 2026 Zelda maybe. They've announced Zeldas with more time ahead of release than their other IP. That's true, because more people are willing to wait for it probably. They want the hype to build up early. Breath of the Wild was announced like 3 years before release. Tears like 2. Usually Nintendo shows games the year as the year they come out, but not with Zelda. Makes sense. Makes sense. You just like copy this. Move this over like this. Okay, merge this down. Like this. Okay. Merge this down. This is so sad. All my coloring efforts I have to redo. Ascend was originally a debugging tool, and they realized while testing they were using it so much that they were basically designing the game as if you had it, so they made it an actual ability. Oh, that's cool! That's fun, actually. I love that. Now everyone can travel through. Yeah, I wondered about that too, like how... Because it seemed like Ascend would be also extremely buggy prone, but I guess if the devs were using it so much themselves, probably wasn't too big of a deal. They will for sure show with new 3D Mario, yeah. Yeah, Mario has always been the thing to showcase. I kind of want to make this a little wider. The successor to Odyssey is overdue. Man. It feels like Odyssey was not that long ago, though. Oops. Okay, line art has been fixed, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to fix this drawing. Odyssey was 8 years ago! I saw a reel from somebody, like a small like cafe owner, and they had this skit where like a young lady comes into the coffee shop and asks for like an Irish coffee. It's like a coffee that has whiskey in it. It has alcohol in it. And then the owner is like, "Oh, sorry, you have to be," you know, they look at the license and they're like, "Oh, sorry, you have to be 18 to order coffee." And then they're like, "Oh, I am. I was born in, 2007 or whatever." And they're like, 2017 or whatever. And they're like, and then it's like, there's just like a montage of them like staring into space, like contemplating their life. And it's just like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. You saw that? I thought it was a very well done skit. Okay. What we are going to do is we are going to try to squish this into the... Okay. It'd be 2007. Or sorry, yes. Wait, 2007? Right. 2007 would be 18, yeah. I can't math. You tell I'm not very good at math. Okay, I'm gonna squish these colors into the places they belong. Okay. Ta-da! All better! The Wii is turning 19! Oh, congratulations. I always feel discomfort when people can't believe time passed. Can you believe 2021 was 11 years ago. Wait, you don't like it when you think it's like do you feel like it's an overdone thing? I don't know. I actually was curious after watching that video, like if there is some psychology about how like what year, like how people anchor onto certain measures of passage of time. Does that make any sense? I feel like I said some words and it didn't make any sense. Like how, like at what point in people's lives does like the passage of time really anchor themselves into their mind, and that just like sticks throughout adulthood and it like doesn't change. It doesn't change anymore. Like, and it feels like for me, like the anchor of time that I stick to is was my middle school and high school years. And so like when I think like, oh, 10 years ago, I think of like 10 years ago from that time. It's a thing because it's a thing humans do. Yeah, I mean, time, I mean, if there's anything that is consistent in life, it's time. Time and change. I can see getting tired of the memes and videos though, yeah. Well, it's because it's like every generation goes through it and then you get like a new wave. You get a new wave of the realizations. But yeah, I was reading the comments of that reel after watching it, and like people were like, "Oh yeah, you know, like the 2000s was only 10 years ago, right?" And I was like, "Oh, like people are kind of latching on, like it does feel like when as you become an adult, like when you come of age, like that's kind of where you solidify maybe your concept of time, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I was like wondering if there was like a psychological phenomenon that describes that, or maybe it's not very important. Like no psychologist is like, we don't really need to study that. That's fine. Around when you're 30? No, I think for me it was a little younger than that. Like maybe 20. I don't know. Like time is way slower when you're a kid. Yeah. Like maybe your anchor in time is like what marks, like that is the time where you started transitioning into seeing time faster. Or something. I always send the 2025 progress bar to my friends. Progress bar? You send a progress bar to your friends? What do you mean? We're almost at... Oh, I see. Why do you do this to them? Nobody likes that. And so you continue. Because people need to face reality. Okay. I've recovered the color here. And then... It's a Twitter account that divides the year into 100 pieces. Oh, and then it posts over time. I was really annoyed several years ago when there was a meme that said, "What do you think Zelda 20 years ago was versus what it actually is?" And the images were Zelda 1 and Wind Waker at the time. And Wind Waker hasn't been out that long, so it was inaccurate. Oh no! They were trying to make a point, but they made it badly. That's just embarrassing. Why would you not check that? If you're gonna make a meme that you wish to be a banger meme, why would you not check that? Okay. Everybody, please do not mind my... Okay. I'm trying really hard not to do more work than I have to. Am I succeeding? Unknown. Wind Waker came out when I was less than 1 year old. Wow, you and Wind Waker are like twins. You grew up together. Did everything together. This is the beautiful relationship between boy and game. Between person and game. Okay. They didn't check it because the contrast between Zelda 1 and Majora's Mask is less stark than Zelda 1 to Wind Waker. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Lying for the clout! We were just talking about this, weren't we, chat? Lying for the clout. Yeah, what is it? And this is the sort of thing that I wonder about for kids, like, don't just believe stuff. Even if it agrees with how you feel. You gotta check things. Never got to play it, wish you could. Why? What's stopping you? I've seen it several times a year since and can't complain too much now that it's more accurate. I mean, that is an interesting thing over time, huh? It is, it gets more accurate over time. So maybe that was their strategy. They're like, well, it's not accurate now, but it will be, and we'll just let it grow up on the internet until it does. Majora's came out 25 years ago. You saw the meme when it was 19 years old. Ah. Maybe they were anticipating the future. Maybe they were like, close enough. Wasn't that far from Wind Waker, yeah. Yeah, Majora's Mask was, also just... Yeah, the jump from GameCube to... Or from the N64 to GameCube is kind of wild. That was a big jump. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Can I do this? Can I do this? I can do this! To paint in all these areas that are... If they had used the pre-release screenshots, it would have been a different story. Ah. I mean, were there people in the like replies being like, "This is wrong"? Like, I'm sure somebody said something. What I remember is kids at school complaining about Wind Waker, like the way Wind Waker looked. People were like, did you see the new Zelda? It looks so dumb. Like, I remember that. And now it's like one of the most beloved games in the franchise. So, take that. Take that, naysayers of the day. Okay. I fixed the thing. Actually, though, I kind of want to... Let me put some shady on here. Just on the edges. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. And... Did you already go to Japan for work, or is that later? That's later. That's like May or so. I feel so mixed about it. Because I love going to Japan. I like being in Japan. I don't like going to Japan. The flight is so long. I said in the Discord I saw it, and I realized by then that posting on meme pages is like screaming into the void. Oh, that's fair. Join Japan, closest me and Wind Waker. What does that mean? I don't understand. I did not grow up alongside Japan. We were not raised in our baby onesies together. And the rest of the void is screaming at me unhelpfully. Oh yeah, looking at a screaming void is not a pleasant experience. Okay, let us fill that in. Oops, wrong color. Grab this color. Fill that in. Now lock that, and then we will do a bit of a gradient. Wrong direction. Bit of a gradient. There we go. And then we will go ahead and paint. We are almost done, you guys. I thought I was gonna do more than just draw these, actually, but life surprises us sometimes. You always kind of wanted the Wii U version. Ah. What's different about the Wii U version? Like, what does it do differently? This looks like the little logo that shows up on PlayStation games at the beginning when you boot them up. There you go. Okay. Tons of shaders and bloom. So much bloom. What is bloom? Chat, what is bloom? I don't know what bloom is. Miiverse functionality? On Wind Waker? I don't believe you. I think you're messing with me. I don't believe you again. Oh, look at this cute little square. It looks so cute. Paint in some texture. The quest for the Triforce is easier. You could sail quicker, use wind to traverse and stuff. Oh, like faster travel? Wait, what do you mean I had wind? Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like the Wind Waker itself had Miiverse functionality. I was like, huh? But you're talking about the Wii U in general. It's interesting having been on the internet from a young age and seeing the same patterns over and over. We hate this. Kids grew up with it. We love this. And the news cycle goes recycling the same 5 articles, but for a new generation. The 5 best black sheep games ever, somehow done every 3 years. 3 of the new games get added and 3 of the older games get shipped out of the list and repeat. I'm sick of the news cycle. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is true that there are people out there who don't, you know. I mean, it's kind of like chat. Like, not everybody comes to the same streams. And not everybody reads the same reads the same stuff. So it makes sense. Whether or not it's like high quality writing or whatever is a different question, but you know. Okay, I think I have done a fairly good job adding some texture to this little gold thing. Just kind of randomly brushing stuff on there. Look at this, it's beautiful. Trans, hey, how's it going? Look, I'm about to finish the stream, but I'm so glad you came in to see. I'm making, actually, I had to adjust the liner, so this is not accurate anymore, but, let me redraw this. I'm making well, hopefully designing a little, like, acrylic keychain set. So, like, they're, like, printed out on little pieces of plastic, and then you would, like, chain them together. Like and so then you have a keychain. This is what I'm hoping. Yeah, somebody actually, when I was planning this last week, somebody suggested doing beads, but I couldn't find a manufacturer that does beads, so we're gonna go with this for now. Yeah, but I don't know, I think maybe it'll be cool, like you can kind of like make your own custom little keychain. You buy the heck out of that? Oh, yay, we have our first customer. I don't know. I have no idea who's gonna buy this. Like, I really... The Legaia fandom is not large, but I think the people who will buy it I'll be like, yes, I see you, fellow Legaia fan. You've believed so many glaring lies I've told. Why can't you believe actual easy to prove truths? It's because I'm drawing, Greg. I can't Google. I'm busy entertaining the people. We're small but ravenous. Yeah! The Legaia fans need sustenance. I'm here to try to feed them. But yeah, it does not look like I did a lot, but I've been doing, like I was painstakingly painting the, oh, let me increase the painting in the letters. Actually, I should just double check that these still look okay, because I had to change the shape a little bit. Yeah, so I have font for all of them. So, yeah, I guess my only decision is, I wonder if I should make the line art more bold. Like, I'm wondering if I should do, like, will it look nicer if I, like, do this? Or will it just kind of look cartoony? It might be easier to see if there's, like, a thicker outline. And maybe not black. Like, maybe it could be, like, sorry, I'm just kind of, like, prototyping to see what this would look like. Maybe not black. Maybe, like, a dark blue or something. It'll be a little easier to see, actually. Okay. Well, I'll play around with that. But other than that, we have some images to ship off, to get made. I would have to hand assemble every one of these, but I think that's fine. Maybe I can like pre-make some ones for like some of the hyper arts or something. Anyway. Okay, we have accomplished our... Actually, you know what? No, no, actually, no. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna stop the stream now. I would say you could actually make me show up, build their own ships, and kill Link in the game. No, I misunderstood you. I thought you were talking about the game and not like... I thought you were talking about how like you can import Miis into, I don't know, Smash Brothers or something. Made me think that the cycle is probably just lies made to convince new users to use them as a news source. Oh no. Well, you know what? We don't have to think too hard about that. I mean, like whatever. I would say this is like, there's a certain category of things where it's like, you know what? You just have to, at some point, you just have to like let it not bother you. And I feel like that is one of those things. I don't know. Anyway, Good stream, Joy. Hope you live to be 95. Why not 100? Is what my mom would say. I'm just kidding. Oh god, that's such an outdated joke. Okay, goodbye everybody. Thank you for coming to witness the birth of Legend of Legaia merch. I think next time I want to do a Legaia standee. I was actually hoping to do it today, but doing a little acrylic standee design of the 3 characters putting their hands up to the Genesis tree and like reviving it. I want to do that. Just like a little thing you can put on your desk. I thought I was going to be able to get to it today, but I overestimated myself. Oh, hey, Salad. Yeah, good night. Good night. Thank you for coming. At least 95. Thank you. That's more like it. TY for doing this. You're very welcome, Trance. I hunger for Legaia merch as much as the next Legaia fan, so I have the skills, so I should do it. All right. Is there anyone to raid right now? Let's see. And next stream is gonna be Tuesday. And we're gonna bring back Tama Tuesday for a little bit. I have a Tama game that I want to play. We will play one of the Tamagotchi DS games. I have never played a Tamagotchi DS game before, but we will give it a try. We will give it a try. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, Melodica is streaming. Melodica is streaming Nubby's Number Factory. This looks very scary. Is it scary? It looks scary. Oh, it's kind of like Peggle. Okay. Let's go say hi to Melodica. It looks very interesting. It looks like an edutainment game from the 90s. Okay. Let's say hi to Melodica. Goodbye, everybody. Have a weekend. See you on Tuesday for Tama Tuesday. Goodbye!